Basics. What is a PLC? PLC stands for Programmable Logic Controller. Definition for a PLC will be an industrial-grade computer that is capable of being programmed to perform control functions. You can also say that PLC is the brain of industrial automation equipment. It is used in almost every industry: automotive, chemical, steel, and also in energy sector. In order to understand what is a PLC, here is a simple problem that will require use of a PLC. Let's say that you want the light in your bedroom to turn off 60 seconds after you press on the switch. You have calculated that you need exactly 60 seconds until you get in bed. For this problem, you don't have a solution unless you bring PLC to the game. If we introduce PLC between the connection of the light and the switch, we can extremely easily solve the problem with time delay. Have you ever thought what was used before the era of PLCs? Back in 1960s, electromagnetic relays were used to control machine processes. So, what is an electromagnetic relay? It is a type of a magnetic switch which uses the principle of electromagnetic attraction. Also provides isolation between low voltage and high voltage circuit. On the drawing, we can see two different circuits. The first one, the yellow one, is the low voltage circuit or the input circuit. There we have switch and coil which acts like electromagnet. Close to the electromagnet we have the second circuit which contains of switch and a light bulb. When the switch in the low voltage circuit is closed, current starts to flow and around the coil electromagnetic field starts to create. The electromagnetic field has an impact on the switch on the secondary circuit and the switch gets closed. Closing the switch means current through the secondary circuit and the light bulb is turned on. What was the problem with the relays? Why there was a need to invent a new device that will replace the relays? Here are some of their disadvantages and why engineers were looking for another solution how to control machines in the industry. First is their size. To control a machine, you will need a whole wall with electromagnetic relays. Hard wiring needs to be done in a specific order. Troubleshooting is very time-consuming. Constant troubleshooting due to worn relay contacts. Strict maintenance schedule. And one of the biggest problems was if you need change to a control of the machine, you will need to involve entire system rewiring. The first PLC was invented in 1968 by Dick Morley. The name of the PLC was Modicon 084 because this was his 84th project. Advantages of the PLCs over the relays. They have eliminated much of the hard wiring associated with conventional relays. They have fast response, they are easy to program and install, high control speed, troubleshooting and testing convenience, high reliability, multiple inputs and outputs, extended temperature ranges, immune to electrical noise, resistant to vibration, so it means that they can be used in any industry. Each PLC contains 4 different main parts. They are CPU or Central Process Unit, Input-Output section, Power Supply, and Programming Device. When connected, a PLC repeats these 4 cycles continuously. First, it reads the inputs connected to the input section. Then, it executes the program stored inside the CPU. After that, it executes all the steps inside the program and it updates all the devices connected to the output section, and after that it performs diagnostics and it communicates with all other modules. This is a whole cycle of work of one PLC. CPU, or Central Processing Unit, is the brain of the PLC. It contains microprocessor for implementing the logic and controlling the communications among the modules. It controls all PLC activity and it is designed so that the user can enter the desired program in relay ladder logic using a programming device. Power supply first changes AC to DC current and then supplies the needed voltage to the PLC and its components. Input and output sections can be fixed or modular. Fixed section is typical for small PLC that come with no separate removable units. When you have modular I/O section, you can choose from the modules available from the manufacturer and mix them any way you desire. Input devices can be push buttons, limit switches, temperature sensor, light sensor, color sensor, or any type of sensors, and output devices can be solenoid valves, motor starters, and indicator lights. Personal computer or laptop is the most commonly used programming device, but also handheld units are also used on factory floor as troubleshooting equipment. Program is a user-developed series of instructions that direct the PLC to execute actions. According to IEC 61131, there are 5 standard programming languages. 2 of them are text-based, instruction list and structured text, and 3 of them are graphical, ladder logic, function block diagram, and sequential function chart. The industry continues to see new products entering the market, ranging from devices like programmable automation controllers, which combine the functionality of PLCs with higher-level PC functionality, all the way to industrial embedded hardware. Probably PLCs will have to become more robust to withstand extreme climate changes, to operate remotely without needing someone on site, and communicate with sensors through the industrial Internet of Things to collect and analyze data needed to make better choices. But for now and near future, PLCs will remain popular because of their simplicity, affordability, and usefulness.